Hi, this is Tanya. I'm just about to go live on Instagram as well. So I can never get this one to work straight away. No, it's not working. So this way. I'll just wait for people to come on as well. It gives plenty time. Right, okay, see if this works now. Hi, Annabelle. Hi, Bobby. I'm just going onto Instagram as well, and then I'll be with you. So please, I appreciate your patience. Right, okay, for some reason, this is not working. Why? I'll just be. It's an absolute nightmare to upload to Instagram. So I try to do them live together. Hi, Anne Ray, Fireflies, and Janet. Right, okay, that's it. I'm live on both of them now. So hi, this is just a little bit of an impromptu readings here. And I am going to be back tomorrow to do the full moon and the new moon as well. So yeah, I have got them. There's quite a lot of information coming through with them. But today, I just feel that it's some of the messages that I've been getting through about this year. Okay, so I want to come on with some predictions. Now, what I have found quite interesting, I was writing these. Those that watch these videos will know I lost a friend a couple of weeks ago. I was actually writing these when I got the phone call. So it stopped me writing them. You know, obviously I went into my own stuff. But when I've looked back at them, I really feel the information was given to me to give out. So that's why I'm here today. And I'm also going to answer any questions as well, if anybody has any, you know, because like I say, it's just a little impromptu one, this, it's not, and I have got my cards here as well. So I will read and I can go into other things. So yeah, so what I found before I actually start reading these out, because I have read them, I have wrote them, is I feel this year with the energy change, you know, we've gone into the age of Aquarius, and what I'm finding as a reader, as somebody who has connected to spirit for many years, is it's changing. It's really, really changing how we're connecting. And this is quite interesting because it's almost like driving a car, you know, you get in the car and you do it without thinking. So now, because it's changing and the way the messages are coming through, it's really making you kind of listen and take notice, you know, the flippancy that can often come when you've done something for that long is actually going. So now it's almost like, right, okay, my ears are peeled. I don't know if you say that, my ears are open, you know, so I'm really, really having to listen. And the gentleness that they came through with has gone a little bit now, and it's almost like, yeah, cut the bullshit. This is how it's going to be, you know. So it's really, you know, it's not all of these nice little explanations and, well, this is what you can do if you want to, in the way they used to work. Now it's like, right, okay, this is the way it is. Are you on, you know, are you on the bus? Are you off the bus, kind of thing. So that's quite interesting. I don't know if there's any other readers there that watch me that have found the same, you know. And what I'm finding is time is different. You know, I have read somewhere that the earth is spinning more. I'm not a technical scientific person, you know, but I do realize that things are different now, you know, and it's almost like things are speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down. So we're all trying to keep our balance within this. What is interesting with these predictions that, like I say, I wrote them just before Christmas, I was writing them, is I've noticed that some of the stuff that I had in for, say, February, March, stuff like that, it's coming now. So it's always quite a struggle to work with time with spirit. But with this, it's almost like that's it. So although I have them wrote down as January, February, March, April, so on, they're open predictions, okay? So it's just things that they wanted us to be aware of that could come in the next 6 months, okay? I want to say to you, it is going to be a bumpy ride, okay? But it's whatever we've learned in 2020, we now need to implement in 2021. Okay, this is kind of what we need to do. We've done the work, now it's kind of making it a reality. So I'm going to start with January. Obviously, we're already into January, and I started with a song for each month as well. And so January, I've got, I say trees of green, red roses too, I see them bloom for me and you. Louis Armstrong sang of a wonderful world, and this month we need to channel our inner Satchmo. We will be bombarded with statistics, data, and so-called knowledge. Our minds flooded with words that if we're not careful, we could drown in. Believe half of what you see and nothing what you hear. That is the word warning coming for the first month of 2021, which, you know, is already starting to happen. The echoes of 2020 will be so apparent, so please just observe this. Step back from the confusion and connect with your soul. It knows the truth. Let nature be your church during this time and take communion with the self. When we realize that we are part of something much bigger than what we are led to believe, we are able to have our own experiences and own the experience. Can you still see beauty even when it's not there? And can you keep your heart pure while others try to poison it? If we allow the simple feeling of wonder, we can experience life in a wonderful way. When we connect with the spirit of nature and Mother Earth, she can teach us secrets our minds cannot comprehend, yet we can feel it within our being. We are each a whole being. Nature teaches us that everything changes. She teaches us to let go without grasping. She teaches us about decay and regeneration, the cycles of nature. No matter what has happened in the last 12 months, the tides have still continued to turn and the sun has risen every day. Nature holds colour even when the world turns grey. She promotes drama amongst the Dharma. In the softness and stillness of her presence, we find solace. The rush of the world slows down and we can connect to the true essence of love and appreciation within every single one of us. Nature soothes our soul and puts our senses in order. Its common influence is the medicine our weary minds need. Perhaps you may be called to work with plant medicines, tinctures, or have a month eating organic produce or a raw food diet. Any way you can allow this natural world to nourish you will be of great benefit. Look deep into nature and you will understand everything better. So that's January. This is what it's saying. I don't know how many of you are currently going out in nature a lot. I know so many people are on lockdown, but this is the key. This is the message I feel for this month. Okay, stay grounded. You know, when we are connected to the earth, we're safer. It's almost like we're anchored as well. I'm going to pull some cards as well. They're telling me to elaborate on that. So yeah, I know this is different to what I normally do, but like I say, it's what they were saying. So yeah, it's just giving everybody a little heads up. So, oh, there you go. Right. Okay. Yeah. So this is it. What is coming for this month? Okay. Protect ourselves, protect our heart, protect our feelings, anything that isn't working for us, okay? It's almost like we need to really take this protection back to us because our lives are changing. The whole world is changing here, okay? If we go into judgment with anything or anybody or even the situations that are going on in the world at the moment, the second we start to judge, we're in our egoic mind. We're totally going away from where our soul wants us to go. Okay? So what we need to do is if we're getting angry, if we're getting scared, if we're getting anything like that, any of these emotions that are going in a different way, pull them back and ground them and see how we can use them as a strength. Okay? This is what it's asking us to do because there's almost like a battle going on here, okay? And it's not the spiritual, the dark, light, blah, blah, blah. Today I'm being human for a bit. But we can get more confused the more we listen to all of this, as I said in there, all of this data, these figures, that this is right, that's right. At the moment, the truth is not being told really anywhere, you know. So I hope it's coming from here as well, because I'm just relaying what they're saying. But this is it. When we listen to too much, we can get even more confused, okay? So this is about us being grounded and grounded in our truth, okay? What feels right to us, not what thinks right, what we think's right, what feels right, okay? Because I'm telling you now, there is right and wrong on both sides, okay? I'm not getting into politics or anything like that, but be careful what we're being shown, what we're being led to believe, and things like that. So this is why I feel they're wanting us to stay grounded. Now, tomorrow we have the new moon in Capricorn, which I'm going to go more into this, but this is just for today with these predictions. I didn't want to confuse the two videos. So this is it. We are safe when we find this security within ourselves. And that is, you know, our soul is always safe because it sees everything that we're going through as an experience. So this is what we need to do. We need to be in nature. If you can go barefoot in nature. You know, even if you can't be in nature, I know there's these videos on YouTube that you can actually like go on dog walks and stuff like that on the videos, something like that. You know, if you're stuck in a high-rise flat in the middle of the city, put something on your screen that will take you to that nature, because it's all you need to do is go there in the mind. Okay, that's it. Once you go there in the mind, you can still get the same effects with it. But sitting watching the news, CNN, Al Jazeera, or whatever they're called, sitting watching all of that is going to get us into a bigger state of confusion, okay? And at this moment, the world is kind of a big ball of confusion, which does need sorting out, okay? So this is saying January, please stay in your heart and stay in the garden kind of thing, you know, the garden of your heart, they're saying. I don't know why that makes the garden of your heart, that's really strange here, but it's beautiful. You know, be the dreamer this month. Allow yourself to dream a better world into being. You know, don't, just because that's not what we're seeing doesn't mean that's not what we can actually begin to see. Okay, so again, this is it. It's protection. Don't do much. Don't make any big decisions this month. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Don't. It's not about that. It's if we make big decisions this month, they could actually be made coming from a place of fear. Okay, and that is not where they need to come. We need to allow who's ever fighting to fight. Okay, and what we need to do is we need to stay in that field. You know, Rumi, what is it? Wow. Okay, this is what they're giving me. If anybody can recite this, because I can't off the top of my head. Out between the ideas of right and wrongdoing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. Oh, wow. That's hit my heart there. And yeah, this is what I feel is about. Okay, we might not all be able to get there in the physical, but if we go there in our minds, if we go there in our hearts, then we can meet each other there. Okay, so that's it. And it's away from all the right and wrong doing. So that is where I feel we need to go. Okay, because the more we're seeing of the world, the more it's taken us away from love. You know, even if we're trying to stay in it, it's not, you know. So yeah, so that I feel is January. Okay, but like I say, these are all a little bit mixed up because there's things starting to happen already. So I wanted to get the messages out so that they were there. So yeah, go with the flow. Your words are spot on. Thank you. Yeah, you know, we can there's loads of these audios, you know, there is waterfalls and things like that. Anything at all that takes us to that nature. Okay, nature sound, nature vision. That's where we need to be. Okay, in January. That, I mean, we don't need to be. We can go on the other place if we want, but it's going to make life harder for us. Okay, this is all guidance, but grounded guidance. Okay, this is what I've realized is within my work, I could be going into this 5D stuff and I could be going into all of that. Okay, but that's not going to help us having this human experience. And this is what we are. You know, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And, you know, I get given grounded guidance to give you. Okay. So yeah, I can have my woo-woo moments, but to me, it's feet on the ground as well as head being in the stars as well. Okay. So does anybody have any questions about January? Oh, it's so hot here. I've got the fire on, and then I don't know, for some reason I'm like, it's really warm. It was freezing before. So nobody's got any about January, right? I'll go on to February then. February's a strange one. Like I say, it's going to be a roller coaster ride. Scream if you want to go faster. Right. So February, the song I picked was You Say You Want a Revolution. This month sees us turning into punk hippies. People will stand up to the establishments, not just to be controversial, but because our free souls are suffering at the threat of even further restrictions. We are free beings and are not meant to live in chains. Expect our movements, tracks, laws passed that make no sense, and our simple human rights repressed by inhumane conditions. We will be called to rebel, to fight for our freedoms, and to protect those without a voice. When society is so broken, we need to break free from that which is causing the damage. Expect psychological operations, psyops. Our inner fire will be stirred and our courage called to stand against oppressors of our truth and our right to live in the way of our choosing rather than that that's been dictated to us. There could be ugly scenes as the powers that be try their luck to suppress us in ways that we have never seen. Lady Luck, however, is on our side. She asks us to take the risks, as if we don't, we could be risking so much more. Our fears will be put aside as we are forced to take a stand. Those with strong beliefs and even stronger faith will lead this courageous crusade. Warriors of light will join hearts and stand together to fight the darker forces who are intent on removing the freedom of all. There are more of us than there are them, and this month we are being called into battle, yet we must keep compassion and love in our hearts and remember why we are doing this. Love will be our weapon and our shield. It is the strongest force of all. Keep your heart brave and remember love is our mission. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. Now, I did post that the other day, and it got mistaken for what went on last week. I am in no way condoning what went on last week. No way at all. I so, like I say, I'm trying to stay in this love place, but there is a lot I have to say about that. You know, that is not the way to fight. I believe the way of the peaceful warrior. Okay, this is it. Getting into government buildings and taking selfies and shit like that, that is not progressive. I also, and this might be a bit controversial, I don't support in any way the man that they were supporting. Okay, I really, really don't. I understand there is a lot of people that do, and I respect their decision with that. I also think that this letter of this, whatever, I've said it from day one, there's a letter of kind of a following. I don't want to say it because it's, you know, things are already going bizarre on my social media, but I do not in any way, it is not right. It is not coming from truth, and it's dangerous. Okay, so what I'm saying here is, like I say, peaceful warrior. You know, we can protest, we can do things in peace without actually causing problems. And the thing is, when we come together, this is when we are stronger. Okay, this silly school kid disrespectful stuff that goes on, I was in no way condoning that. Okay, so what I'm saying, this is February. So I feel the likes of that is what we're going to stand up against, okay? Because that does not work. That makes the problem worse. So we have got to see, because I feel there will be more of this, okay? I don't want to go into too much this week. If you want me to, I will have a look at some cards, but I feel there's going to be more, okay? What this is coming together for the common goal, not because that side's right and that side's wrong. If we're still trying to do that, that is where we're missing the point. Okay, so I do not condone anything that happened last week, and I don't condone the people that fueled it as well, because a lot of people can fire the balls for somebody else to use, you know, and that is not in any way cool. That is not progressive. That is not the way the world is meant to go. And the segregation of so many already is so far removed from how the world is meant to be. Okay, so that's my little rant. I try to not get political, but I want to say, yeah, and I understand people have their views, and that's great. But please don't start coming on my page and telling me that my views are wrong, okay? When people come onto this page, they come on for my abilities, you know, for my proven abilities, where things I have said have come true, you know, where I work with spirit, where I'm clairvoyant, where I actually, you know, where I make these predictions. Okay, so to then come on, this is why I don't show the cards when I'm reading, because people go, oh, well, that's not what that means. I believe that means that. It's like, yeah, this is my reading. You know, there's plenty other places that will actually, you know, like agree with your narrative. You know, if I don't, that's great. It just means that this isn't where you want to be. Okay, and everybody talking about this truth, the truth is not out yet. This is the whole point of fucking Gemini North Node, you know, so that we find the truth. Okay, so yeah, it's like I say, and I feel it's very, very sad how the spiritual community have been segregated by this as well. Yet I was told in December that would be happening. So, right. So what am I up to? February, and just seeing what February. It's, right. I want to say as well, can I just save before I start? Because yeah, I'm starting now. This is it. I'm getting on one. I put a video out on my Instagram yesterday, so those of you that follow me on social media might have seen it. Those of you on YouTube don't. If you get any pages that are saying that they're putting my work out, that it's my work, you know, that I'm doing readings for them, that I'm doing spreads for them, that I am part of their site or anything like that, I'm not. The only person I work for is myself, okay? If I was going on to another site, there might be something tonight that I might do, I don't know, but I would let people know as well, because there's people using my name, whether it's to further their career, whether it's whatever, I don't know, but they do not have my permission to do that. So to me, that is using my name, using my work, using under the influence, saying that this is Tanya Lovebuddha's work. It's not, okay? You will only find it on my pages. So please, if you do see that, could you please report it and let me know as well, because it's just like, it's yeah, it's very, very unethical. I don't like it. So right, okay, so February, is there any more guidance for February, please, that we can give? Right. Right, yeah. So February, as I'm saying that we've got to stand up and fight, I don't mean fight in a way that is aggressive, okay? Because I don't feel the second we get into aggression, we've lost. We've lost, you know. It's the same with any sort of fights. And, you know, I always say, like, you know, we can go out to play tennis, but if there's only us and a ball, then we're never going to play tennis. So the first art of war is do not engage, okay? But you can have your voice heard and you can have your presence felt by actually standing in your conviction, okay, with a boundary there, saying, no, my heart says this is not right. Okay, so no, I am going to fight for the person that doesn't have a voice. You know, we don't have to, you know, we can celebrate. I know it was in Egypt a few years ago, and people started dancing, there were tear gassing and everything, and the people just danced, you know. And this is what we need to do. We can draw attention to ourselves without fighting and without doing stuff that's stupid and childish and immature. Okay, so that's it. Security again, okay? Security and boundaries for February. I'm just going to use this as well. Oh, God. People, you know, like, I could have said something really, really controversial there, but I didn't. Right, 144. The message I'm getting there, Fireflies 144, is that you have to find security in yourself before you then find it within others. If that makes sense, that's what it's saying. So don't look for others to support or to make you feel secure. Find it within yourself, and then people will come along just to enhance it. That's the message that came straight through there. Right, okay. What do we do if people come, if there's a fight brewing? What do? We walk away, okay? I remember being very young, and my uncle, one of my favourite uncles, he loved country and western, and he was telling me the story about, Kenny Rogers, the coward of the county. And he was telling me the story about it, and he said to me, it's a bigger man who will walk away from a fight rather than having to prove their worth and fight. When you are so grounded in your conviction, you don't have to. Anybody that opposes you, it's like, all right, okay, that's interesting. Maybe you're right, and that's it. So it is the bigger man that can walk away from a fight. And I'm going to talk more about this tomorrow because, like I say, this Capricorn new moon is very important, where it's about security and confidence rather than dominance. Okay, there's a big difference. And what this is saying is when you are balanced within yourself and grounded, then you can actually say, I'm not engaging in this. Okay, and you can walk away. You do not have to be pulled into a fight. Okay, you think of another way. Be innovative. Okay, rather than aggressive, and that is what will get us through in February. So, right, quite interesting, these. Oh God, it is so warm. I really want to just turn the fire off, but right. So, as I said, expect psyops. They are things that appear to be real but aren't. Okay, so a lot of things goes on behind the scenes. If you imagine, we're in a play, I used to do amateur dramatics when I was young, and I used to be fascinated at what went on behind the scenes, where they would pull the curtains up and all of these wires and cogs and, all of this stuff, and people there saying, there you go there and there you go there, it's all very, very interesting, okay, what goes on behind the scenes. So March here, what I've got for March, the song that I got is, there's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I've got to beware. Now, I was a bit dubious about putting that out. Like I say, I hope this is wrong, okay? But if I get given it, I've got to give it out because it will come in some way or another. So I am not here in any way to promote fear, okay? Because fear is the opposite of love, and love is what I am. Okay, so I'm not here to promote fear. I'm here to almost just say, be prepared. If you're going on a long journey, you're prepared. You make sure of the stuff that you're going to need. Or if you're going camping or whatever, that's all I'm saying. Be prepared. It's like a weather warning. It might say, yeah, it's going to pour down with rain. It might not though, but at least you're prepared and you've got the umbrella if it does. So that's basically where I'm coming from with this. So yeah, so March, what I've wrote is I'm finding it hard to write for this month, as any seer or clairvoyant hopes that their predictions and future visions and messages are correct. I can hand on heart say that I hope this one isn't. This month there is a threat of war. There's a looming heaviness which hangs over us. I'm being shown something involving Israel and also China. Don't know if this is together, but this is that I was given. Religious sectors could be rocked by a scandal, and that which has been hidden will come to the forefront. So there's something to do with religion as well in March. Like I say, things might be coming quicker. It might be different, but this is like compacted the impact of the next 6 months. The world will be rocked in some way this month, but please remember, anything that is happening is coming to free us from old, outworn doctrines that have halted our spiritual evolution. The key component in all religions is meant to be love and not war. So whatever happens this month, it is coming to remind us of that fact. Where faith has been blind, our eyes will be opened, and we could find that where we have been putting our beliefs is actually the furthest away from God that we could get. So be open to huge revelations that could make us all reassess our belief systems. Although this month may be heavy, whatever happens will be in the way of liberation and to lead us to higher vibration of the collective consciousness, which connects rather than segregates. A new peridium is upon us, and this month could see the crumbling of systems that were built on warped thinking and control. The Vatican is being highlighted here, and I'm being shown the fall of Rome. Now, I don't know if it was Rome that I was seeing, okay? They showed me the fall of Rome. Now, often they show me visions that I have to interpret, but because they'd showed me the Vatican and stuff like that already, that's what I'm seeing. But the fall of Rome is the fall of an empire, okay? That was what it is. So I want to take that rather than being Rome as being the fall of the empire here, you know? Right, okay, Jacqueline, if you want to fight for your freedom, then go ahead, darling. You know, go ahead and you fight for your freedom, okay? I'll be over here waving that white peace flag, okay? So if you want to do it, you know, you've obviously got that fight in your blood. It needs an outlet, so go and do it, okay? And I wish you well with it. So, right, so this is what I'm getting for March. So I'm going to pull some more cards and see if they can give me any more. Because that's what they were giving me. It's like the tower, you know, the tower is crumbling, and it's like, whoa, what is happening? The world is going to be so different to what we've always known it as being, okay? And this is why I feel we've got to stay grounded, because we need to navigate our way around it. You know, when I said in the beginning that, you know, spirit are talking to me in a different way now. Messages are coming through different. I've been being told for the past year that I need to work in a different way. And now it's all like becoming apparent, you know? So it's like I say, you've got to find your feet with it, with anything new, okay? But trying to do what worked in the past is not going to help us with this, okay? Yeah, but look at what happens. You know, I love the tower, okay? I used to hate the tower. I used to absolutely hate the tower. And there's so many people when I'm doing a reading for them and they say the tower, they like freak out, okay? But with me, when I get to the tower, and when you get to the tower in the Fool's Journey, the Fool realizes that he's helped to build it. He stands at the bottom and he's like, it's all this material, this riches, this stuff without soul and everything. And he realizes that he has helped to build this. He has been on that path that has supported this kind of controlling regime, okay? And as he realizes this, that he was a part of it, that's when the lightning comes and strikes, and it strikes the tower and people are jumping out of it and falling and everything. But once it comes to the ground, that's it. These people are free. I always see the tower card is like the spiritual SAS are coming in to break you free, okay? If we look at fairy stories, nobody ever goes, oh, and they all lived happily ever after in the tower. People are locked in a tower. People are prisoners when they're in a tower. So when the tower comes, it's about liberation, and it's because we haven't moved. It's like the universe going, I've sat and waited for them to do this for so long. They're not going to do it. So I'm going to pull the rug from under their feet. You know, you ever had it when you were a kid and your parents are going like, tidy your room, tidy your room. And then you go in one day and suddenly your mom's just threw everything out of your drawers and the whole place is chaos. It's like, right, sort it out now. And it makes you sort it out. And then what comes after the tower is the star. Hope, healing, replenishment, you know, given to others so that we can be full and they can be full. So whenever the tower comes, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, you know, might be crazy in the moment, but it's a clearing, and it's a spiritual clearing, which is beautiful. So yeah, never be scared of the tower. When you get the tower, it's like, yes, okay, I'm getting the key to freedom. So, like I say, love is our weapon here. Love is our weapon. That's what we've got to be in. Yeah, you are liberated once it falls. You're no longer a prisoner. And a lot of times we don't realize that we're prisoners, of our own mind or our own environment or stuff like that. It's been interesting. I've been writing this week, finally. And I had a flashback. I actually sat and I said, whoa, like God, where do I belong? Where am I meant to be? What am I meant to do? And suddenly I got this flashback, and it was 22 years ago. And bizarrely enough, that morning I had found an old penny which had 1999 on. And I was like, what's the significance with that? And I thought, where was I 22 years ago? And I thought I was an agoraphobic stuck in the house having 15 panic attacks a day and really hating my life. If I could have had this life then, I wouldn't have believed anybody, So yeah, it's the perspective of things, when I was trapped within my own tower then, and then freed myself. So yeah, and that was being vulnerable and letting it fall, So yeah, the tower's great. And Xerox is saying, love the tower power. Xerox, I was trying to call you earlier because I feel that we should do a joint reading tonight with our Bowie cards, yours and mine. Okay, let me know what you think about that because I think it'll be fun. We can do it on your page if you want, because after your thing last night, I really feel it would be good. So yeah, let me know. Right, okay, so I'm going totally off tangent there. So yeah, the tower is about freedom, okay? So March, something is going to happen that is going to be quite, but it's if we look at it as one of the first steps to freedom, then we can get through this, okay? So did I pull some more cards for March? No, I didn't. I'm going to pull some there. Right, okay, yeah. March is going to be heavy, okay? It's going to be heavy, but what we can do is we can care, but we don't carry, okay? If it's too heavy, don't pick it up. Okay, we can just leave it there. We can care, but leave it there, okay? If we take it on and we take it on as personal, then, we're going to get bogged down with it, okay? So it's not about not caring, it's about not carrying, okay? Right. I think that's really good advice straight away with that. Yeah, because that decreases our power as well. If we're carrying other energy that isn't ours, it stops us from being as powerful. Our grandson in March. Is there somebody connected to you with the name Jacob? I don't know. The name Jacob just came through when you said that. Yeah, so I'm not sure about the name Jacob, but with a K, Bob, it came through for some reason. I don't know why. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Didn't. Right. Look out for that. So yeah, this is what it's saying. If we take on or if we carry what's there, we're getting away from love. Okay, and we're going to go into anxiety. If we pick up the energies of the world in March, we are going to go into a space of anxiety because it's the uncertainty, it's the unknown, it's letting our head go into all of these crazy chicken lick and the sky is falling in, okay? I can guarantee to you now, okay, we're going to be safe. We are going to be safe. The world is not going to end. I'm not saying that there's not going to be a bit bother, okay? But we are going to be safe. We're not having big alien invasions and shit like that. We're being forced to look at other ways to do something. So March is just a time to really try and rest. And like I say, if it gets a little bit too much for us, just step back from it, okay? Because our mind is going to be our biggest enemy. That is what we're at threat of in March, okay? Going too much into the mind. And, this is almost like a spiritual lesson for us that's coming in to say, can we keep our faith and conviction even when the environment is threatening that in some way. Okay, there's a great saying where it's fear knocked at the door, and when faith went to answer it, there was nobody there. Okay, and if we see life as, when you look at the astrology or whatever, it's evolutionary. It's so that we can move forward. So these things have got to happen. It's like growing pains, if you look back at history, and you'll see, how we got liberation and freedom was because things kicked off a bit, because people had had enough. Okay, and this is what we're going through as well. Okay, this is what we're going through. So we cannot just have change. The world cannot just go, right, this is how it was, and okay, it's going to be like that. It doesn't work. This is the transition time. Have you ever moved offices at work, and everything's going round, everything's all over? Have you ever decorated, moving house? It's a stressful time, and this is what is happening. Okay, so it's like I say, stay grounded, stay in love, stay in compassion, and please, please stay in kindness. Okay, right. Am I there? Am I back? Yeah, please stay in kindness. Okay, this is it. We can always be kind. Okay, if people are kicking off and people are wanting to fight and all of that, it's because they're in fear. So have compassion for that as well, but like I say, don't pick it up. It's not your fear. It's not yours. Right. Just having a look at these different cards. I just thought to give a little bit, because obviously I wrote these a few weeks ago, and there, look what's coming. Strength. It flipped out there. We are strong enough to get through this. We really, really are. And it's almost like with this, right? We cannot, again, we're going on the fool's journey here. So within the strength card, it's this fair, gentle maiden who is shutting the lion's mouth. Okay. Almost like, is it Daniel that takes the claw out of the lion's paw? And this is it. With kindness and compassion, we can tame the beasts, okay, or tame the wildness. If you think of, of children, I used to work I taught for a bit, and I worked in a PRU, which was for approved children. It was basically, they weren't old enough to go to jail, and they had to go in this place. And they were wild. Honestly, it was like crowd control. There was only 12 allowed in a class, one teacher per 6 kids, and they were absolutely wild. There was no rules. Anything authority that was bad. And all that these kids wanted was just care. They'd been told, a lot of them were in the care system, addicts as parents. And I'm not saying all addicts are bad parents, but I'm saying, they hadn't had the best starts in life. And these kids had never been shown compassion. They'd never been shown kindness. And that was what they were crying out for. Okay. And this one day, this one guy really, really laid into me, and he called me every name under the sun. And I said to him, okay, come on, we're good with spelling. You're good with your vocabulary, come on. Right. Okay. Give me A. And he's like, you're an arsehole. And I'm like, okay, great. B. What am I now with B? And I played along with him. Okay. And then later on, I went over to him and I said, oh, that's really good work that you're doing. I really like that. And he looked at me as if to go like, well, I was really nasty to you before. Why are you being nice to me? And I just ignored him, and I really praised him for what he was doing, because he was doing good work. The next day he came in and he apologized to me, and he said, Miss, I'm really, really sorry. I'm sorry for how I spoke to you yesterday. And I said, oh, it's okay. Don't worry. You were a bit frustrated. I never took it to heart. And the teachers couldn't believe it. They said, he's like, he's gone to knife teachers and everything. And I said, but all he's wanting is love and care. That's it. These people that are angry, that's all they want. They're starved of love. They're malnutritioned of love. So the way in order to tame them is to give them that which they are really crying out for, but they're crying out in a different way for it, So, sorry, I went on a right tangent there. So this is it, this is what we need to work at, master our craft and see, right, okay, how can we change the way we are as well? because it's not just about other people changing, to fit into this world. We've got to change as well. We've got to realize, where do we step out of kindness? Where do we step out of love? Where do we step into judgment? And we've got to look at ourselves. And when we are the change, we will see that around us will start to change as well. This is where we will win through this, okay? And it's not about winning, but this is where we will get through this, with sheer determination and not getting into our head. Second way in our head, where it's like Superman with kryptonite, Right, okay. So that was March. So what have we got now for March? Right, so April, I like April. So the song I got for April is Harmony and Understanding, Sympathy and Trust Abound. No more falsehoods or derisions, golden living dreams of visions, mystic crystal revelations, and the mind's true liberation. Now, so April is basically, that is the song by the fifth dimension, the age of Aquarius. And but April is the start of the astrological year. Okay, so we've gone into the age of Aquarius, but this is when the astrology comes in. Okay, I don't know whether the astrology starts supporting it or what, but that is the beginning of the astrological new year as well. Okay, and this, I feel, is going to give us a glimpse of what could be and how life could be as well. So what I've got here is a huge wave of healing looks set to embrace us in April. Peace or a peace treaty is being shown, and a feeling of security and safeness where once there was worry and uncertainty. A very important ecological law could be passed, which will be aimed at preservation and protection of our planet and its inhabitants, both of the human and animal kingdom. We will be taking time to feather our nest, so to speak. Inner and outer harmony will be prevalent as we start to see the world starting to come back together again in a gentle, harmonious way. Such a soothing feeling is coming through while I was writing this. Love and kindness will be on our minds and in our hearts as a simple alchemic process will bring the world to a state of peace and tranquility. I feel a surge in spiritual pursuits, people looking to simplify their lives rather than chasing something that's shiny. Mind, body, and soul will be seen as important areas in which to put our focus. We will feel more connected, united, and more in tune than before as the chaos transmutes to calmness. A scientific breakthrough, perhaps connected to plant medicines, could excite the medical world. Our connection to the planet and knowledge of how when we work together with the earth, could bring a subtle but powerful lasting shift to our lives. A beautiful month of hope and healing as the new astrological year springs forth. So yes, so I feel April is very, very healing. Now, when I said that, I seen oceans. I don't know if this is something plastic, whatever, I don't know, but there's something that is, there's something going to be passed, which is going to help the planet, okay? I feel as well, like I say, there could be a breakthrough in medicine, but it's everything that is happening in April is coming from the earth, okay? So April, although it's not going to last for, I haven't done the 12-year forecast, I've done up until June, but I feel April is going to give us a glimpse of what could be. Now, if we think of the astrology, and I need to check this, I want to do one of these with Danielle, actually, so we can both do them together and her bring the astrology into it, because I'm not an astrologer. But Aries is about fire, okay? And fire can warm or it can burn, okay? And this is what I feel. I feel April is going to give us an idea how we can use this fire in a beautiful, creative way, you know? That's what I feel it is coming in April for us. So April is, I like it, you know? And they say within A Course in Miracles, a miracle occurs the second we change our perception from fear to love, you know, and this is what we we need, this is what we need to do. And like I say, everybody that's fighting, blah, 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 it's all about fear. But a lot of this fear is made by the ones that are making this money, the ones sitting at the top of the towers, are wanting us to do their dirty work for them. And this is what I feel is going to be different. As humans, we are genuinely compassionate. And this is why we always see Beyond the Pines. It's one of my favorites. I love it. And I love, is it The Pines Are Dancing as well? But yeah, this is how we always see when there's a disaster of some sort, which I feel there could be, okay, between February, March, I feel there could be something that is, I'm not saying a 9/11, but something along them lines. But I want to say about it, look deeper, okay? Look deeper. I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to say stuff like this on here, but it's all a warning. It's like, as I said, look deeper into things, okay? So I do feel there is going to be some terrorist or whatever threat, but I don't feel it's real, okay? So, right, so I'm asking, look at this, I'm asking about April extra cards, and we've got the 9 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. This is when we see eye to eye, when we both sides come from the same heart, okay? This is when we will get happiness. This is when we will get contentment. So there's a real, April, I feel, is very, it's soft. It's almost like a break, it's that big fluffy old jumper that you put on, to want to like just cozy up in, that's it. My cozy up is always watching Harold and Maude, and a cup of coffee with a shot of Bailey's in. That's like my, that's what my April is, my cozy. And so I feel that that's what we need, but we need to take that little bit rest in order to see where we're going to put our fire. How are we going to make this fire warm another person rather than actually burn them or destroy them, okay? So that is it. But again, all heart-based, all heart-based, this whole lot. Like my fire. I actually watched a Doors documentary yesterday. I was talking to my friend, and God, I was obsessed with that guy when I was young, like absolutely. And watching this documentary yesterday, I started feeling it again, and I thought, oh God, no, here's another obsession coming. Yeah. So right, okay, just another quick look at March with these cards, because I'm using 2 cards. I'm not sharing anything, Lee, sorry. Right, so you've just seen me shuffle them. Exactly the same cards that came out before. Exactly the same. This is it. It's go in search of fulfillment. Okay, this is what we need to do. We need to find balance within ourselves, balance within the light and the dark. It's alchemy, this. And we need to be clear thinking. Okay, this is what's going to cut through. I cannot believe that. I mean, I shuffled them cards and they've come out the 3 again here, and then the King of Wands. This is it. It's like, this is a time of really being the master of what we want to create as well, I feel. So yeah, I'm loving April, okay? I'm loving April. Right. I was obsessed with my thought. I was, Jim. I'm an Aries moon as well, and we don't know where to go. Nobody knows where to go at the minute, okay? So nobody knows. This is a planning time. There's nothing actually, there's no trains there at the minute, So it's giving you time to think about where you want to go. So, right, okay, so that was April. So then we get into May. And what I've got for me is there are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better, some have gone and some remain. Beatles song. So the past is coming up in May, okay? The past is coming up strongly, not so that we can revisit it, it's so that we can release it, okay? So it's almost like a rebellion, but this rebellion is of the mental kind, okay? Society will be questioned. Politics and rules especially will be questioned, okay? People will be questioning these politicians, these people that are in power, okay? I don't know who's going to be questioning them, but it's going to come up. I feel there could be in May breakaway parties. I don't know if that's the technical term for them, but parties that are joining new political parties where people have the needs and the people first, okay? It's about the people. This is what it is, where it's not about business. It's not a business, it's a compassionate, how can we help everybody in this, okay? It's a coming together. Now, I'm not going left or liberal or anything like that. What I'm saying is that, this is about the people. There should never be an opposition if it was always about the people. And this is what I feel could be coming in May. It has a very gentle feeling with it and a very healing feel coming in as well. So the fragility of the old systems. Now, some of these systems that we are still living by are hundreds and hundreds of years old. When I was an artist, I'd done some work on religion in that way and how, old things, the world has changed, but the rules haven't changed. And it's almost like get up to speed, like this is it. We're in the new world now. So the fragility of the old systems will be starting to crack, and a reevaluation of other people's rules that we've lived by. So a reevaluation will be what leads to the revolution. I feel there will be a lot of true spiritual speakers, okay, coming from the communities. There's going to be a platform where they are going to be heard. Now, I don't know, this could be some politician actually brings in a spiritual advisor or something like that, If you want, I'm here, just drop me a line and I'll send my CV to you. But this is where it is. It's speaking our truth, even if our voice is shaking. So there could be a new movement. There could be, can you remember when we had, when the hippies first emerged, it was because of, they didn't want to go to the Vietnam War. And they didn't want to fight. I don't want to fight a rich man's war. And this is when, people broke away. And the word hypocrite, the word hippie actually comes from hypocrite. I think it was Nixon called them long-haired hippies, long-haired hypocrites, because they wouldn't fight for their country. But it's like, what is our country doing for us? So this is what I'm feeling, And then we had, if you remember, like this, the hippies launched into the kind of 60s, which massively affected the music, the culture. It was like this counterculture, which really awakened a lot of people. We then had the rave culture as well. That was another thing, when ecstasy was first brought out. And that was it. People, it was these underground raves, but people found something in common. And it was all about this love and peace again. But that came after kind of within England, within the, the recession and the Thatcher era and all of that. And this is what I'm feeling we could see a little bit of in May, okay? Something new, a new way of being, a new way of building community as well. So all acts of rebellion, but people just trying to find another way that works better, okay? This is what it is. So it's almost people standing up, being individual. They will stand out this month, like I say, it's almost like I feel the true spiritual word, though, the true, not these that are sitting there saying that they're shamans and blah, 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 and all of that. The truth speakers, it's almost like they're going to be given a platform, or they're going to be heard louder than what they have before. So those that are true to their convictions will stand out more. Hope and healing are the main factors with this. And basically the question that is coming in within May is, how do we build on that which is broken? Okay, so remember we've talked about the tower. It's all rubble. It's like, right, how do we put this back together where it's not built on sand, where it's building a solid foundation for all of our futures? okay? And even for the futures where we're not going to be here, the future generations. So music and celebration will be very important in May. There could be another worldwide event, like remember Live Aid? When you look at that, I don't think it was that good, but you know how that was one of the biggest of its time, 1984. And there was, people all over the world, and that was one of the first live stream things, and it was all of these musicians and everything came together for a good cause. Something like this could come out in May. Okay, there could be something like this. I feel musicians unite and artists unite, and all of this coming from the heart. One love. That's it. This one love thing. Because I feel people, by the time we get to May, people are going to be very weary. Okay. The problems of last year will have caught up on us, and now we're realizing that connection and compassion are taking over. So whether in May the lockdowns stop as well, there's something where we can connect again, where we can celebrate again, where we can dance again, where we can enjoy our loved ones again. So in May, the light feels stronger. Okay, it's like it feels brighter in May. So that's where I was getting it. Lovely, really, really nice. But like I say, we've got to remember that things are not going to change overnight, and there's often chaos before creation, but we're going in the right way, okay? Because we cannot go back. We cannot go back. That door is shut. We've got to go forward. But it's about all of us standing in this conviction, about being the people that we want to be as we go forward as well, So, right. Okay. So what are we getting with May? Come on, give me some more guidance for May, please. Thank you for listening to these, because they just said to me it was important to say. Yeah, May is a time of, I feel, stitching up our broken hearts a little bit, The show must go on. I just got that song, Freddie Mercury singing it so loud in my head. There you go. Look, we have 4 of cups, 4 of wands. Sorry, look at my cards. These are so old, these ones, but I love them. 4 of wands. This is the card of home. Where do we feel home? Home is the place where it's the haven for our heart, where we feel supported, where we can enjoy, where we can celebrate. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. And that's it. We've got victory there as well. So them 2 cards together, it's saying, this is it. It's there. We can find that feeling of home again. This is the choice. And when we find that in May, they're saying, once we find that and have a taste of it, we're going to kind of remember and see how bad the past has been. That's why I feel the past, we've got to revisit it. And I feel it's this past year. So we're really going to realize that, oh, wow, this feels good. It's like, if you've, I don't know, something that you don't have, something that you don't allow yourself to have or whatever, with me, it's Fanta lemon, I love that, but I don't drink it because of the amount of sugar in. But then every so often, if I get one and I drink it, it's like, oh, wow, I forgot this was that good, this taste, this is what we're going to feel in May. It's like, oh, right, I forgot that connecting and all of this feels that good, just celebrating life rather than being scared of it, because they're asking us in May to just surrender. This is what we've got to do. This is a fight not worth fighting, because we feel better when we're connected rather than disconnected. So May is going to encourage us to kind of build a solid foundation in which to build the rest of the world on. Okay, so I'm really loving these. Nice, but like I say, it's up and down, Right, okay. Right, so May. And I've only gone up to June, so that's yeah, look at the card. Can you believe that? There you go. 3 of Cups, it's dancing, it's celebration, it's connecting, it's enjoying life, it's being with friends. It's like, yeah, man, this is when we can heal our broken hearts, they're saying. You know, this is it, when we can heal our broken hearts. This is what they're wanting to give you. This is the wisdom that we are going to learn in May. You know, that when we come from that place of joy and connection, we cannot actually be in pain. You know, it's almost like joy and pain can't coexist together. Wow, I love this. And it's saying to me here that when we give to others, that is when we receive as well. So this is it. May is going to be, what a beautiful, beautiful month May is going to be. So yeah, it's like I say, it's dance, 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 May. Right, so I'm going to have a look at what people are saying here. It's so hot in here. So I had to tie that because it's, you can see it. It was, my top was falling down before I came on here. Yeah, right. I did a speech about Vietnam War protesters in high school. Yeah, it was a big, big time, man. You look at it, you know, some of the best movies and thinking and everything like that, you know, all came out, you know. It's yeah. No worries, Lisa. Like I say, I get told what to do, and I enjoy them because when I'm writing them, I don't take in the information, you know, or when I'm reading, but it's afterwards I get them. So this is very powerful, Tanya. Thank you. I'm going to share it with people. Oh, thank you for that, Renee. So yeah, maybe I should have done it a bit more professional, but to me, this is the way I work best, you know. So yeah, so excited to be able to play music live again. Yeah, definitely. You know, this is what it's about. And if you haven't already watched my video with Music Be the Food of Love, because, you know, this is what's going to keep us sane within this. Right, okay, so that was May. So there's one more left. Right, so that's May. Oh, no. Oh, I've got halfway through July. Oh, I didn't know I'd done July. Right, okay, so, right, we're getting June and a little bit of July as well. So, right, June. So, as I said, I've started with a song on them. And with this one, it is, I don't want to start any blasphemous rumors, but I think that God's got a sixth sense of humor. And when I die, I expect to find him laughing. That's by Depeche Mode. And it's a song called Blasphemous Rumors, which I used to play religiously when I was a kid. I had the single and it was one of my favorites. The reason I'm saying this for July, okay, it's like it's like they've gone down a recipe of disasters, a menu, and going, yeah, we'll throw that in. Yeah, we'll throw a fake terrorist thing in. Yeah, we'll throw that in. We'll throw, yeah, just put it all, put all the toppings on. This is kind of what it is, because it's almost like watching a movie. And I was watching what is it? The Truman Show the other day. And you know, when he's trying to escape and they're going like, turn the waves up, turn the wind up, you know, doing anything. And this is, when I was reading these, this is kind of what I was saying. Because it's almost like, it's almost like watching a movie. So what I'm getting for June is cults and martyrdom are shown this month. A possible big religious sect could be shown for exactly what it is. Okay, now I don't feel this is a Christian sect, because I mentioned that in, I think, February or March. This is different. This is almost cult status. Okay, I don't know if it's Scientology, I don't know, whatever like that, but I feel it's something along them lines. Illusions of many will be shattered, and I'm being shown possibly another event similar to Waco. So it's almost like, you know, when these people kind of, you know, they were poisoned because they wanted to go to another place, something like that come in. Okay, I hope that isn't, but if it's coming through, I've got to say it. Beware of false gods is the message. This is why this is happening, okay? The universe is wanting us to see what happens. So everything that's happening this year, they're showing me, is almost showing us what happens when we don't follow that true path. You know, like, did you used to watch, you know, like adverts on the TV, you know, that were warnings, road safety warnings, you know, when you were at school, and they were always like really badly acted, you know? And this is what it's saying. It's right, okay, you want to go down that route, but this is what happens. Look, I'm going to show you it. So almost like a bit of an aversion therapy, I feel, coming from the universe in June. So brainwashing tactics are uncovered as what we once thought was light is going to be shown to have really dark roots. Okay, so something that we have, bought into, something that a lot of us could have bought into, is going to really see like it's got a kind of a sinister turn in it. I'm thinking there, my daughter once done a music video for this band, and the whole video was about cults, and that's what I'm getting shown in my head here. If anybody wants the link to watch it, it's a great little video that she put together, but that's what I'm being shown here, So this brainwashing, I feel that this is predominantly in the USA, okay, and possibly Masonic. That's what they're giving me, okay? So like I say, June, there's something that is really going to be uncovered. A well-known and respected name could be arrested for quite heinous crimes against humanity, and many victims will come forward. Now, this isn't anything that has already happened, okay? There might be a link in some way to that, but this is going to be even more shocking, okay? It's a well-known and a respected name. They wouldn't show me who it was, but that's what I'm getting. And these crimes are going to be quite bad. It's going to be, a shock. There is a whistleblower that is going to tell the story, because I feel this person has infiltrated this place for a long time, okay? It's not like just, all right, there's a couple of emails. It's not like WikiLeaks or anything. This person has kind of done a job where they've been part of it, okay? They've been part of it all to get the right truth for us. Okay, there are lots of connections tied up in this. I feel there are entertainment, I feel political, do you know what I mean? Everything like that. It's almost like it's touching quite a lot of areas. So, and then there's a suicide coming. Now, when I was doing this, I was thinking, is this not the Jeffrey Epstein thing that I'm picking up on? They said, no, it's not. But almost look at that to see what is going to happen here. I feel squeaky clean, left-leaning name will be shown to not be as clean as what we always thought. So June is quite a somber month, but it's essential in taking people down from the pedestals that people have put them on, or how the mighty fall. Okay, that's what they're saying for June. So this, as I said, it's this cults, it's this celebrities, it's these household names. So June, I see this almost, when they say, do not worship false gods. This is it. It's almost like we're seeing the fall of them, because they're also in this tower. Remember, this tower that has fallen, they are also going to fall as well, because within spirit and within the higher planes there, when I done this journey in December, which I spoke to a lot of you about, I was shown that there's no hierarchy. There's none. Doesn't matter, ascended masters or whatever, everybody is the same there. So there is no hierarchy. There is no people to be worshipped. There's people to be respected. And we are also to be respected. So it's like the fall of this kind of golden bubble being burst, being broken open. Okay, so that's what Golden Globe. Right. Okay. When are the Golden Globes? Hold on, because they showed me that there. When are the Golden Globes? Are the Golden Globes round about June time? Don't know. Possibly with that. So yeah, this is like, it's like watching one of the best synopsises for a movie, isn't it? It's going, but like I say, we're going to be all right in it. We are going to be all right in it. Quick my cigarette and then pull some cards for June. Yeah, it's almost like I'm, when the cruel witch gets her comeuppance, you know, that's it, you know, like on Wizard of Oz, where she's like, she starts to like, she like dissolves in acid, doesn't she? Like, right, okay, whatever they're showing me here, and I'm saying, please keep this in mind, because there's always when they show me something and say certain stuff. So it's February, the Golden Globes, right? Okay, so I thought that might have been connected, right? So hold on, I'm asking about this. Yeah, again, there's a guy. There's a guy. I feel he could possibly be a water sign that is connected in this. Okay, somebody that is a water sign, somebody that we all like. Somebody who can't be trusted. But it's like spirit are showing us, okay? This is what we've got to remember. This is what they're saying now. That which has been hidden is being shown to us by spirit, okay? They're showing us what's happening. Now, you know, I know people say there's dark stuff and all of that, and I believe that, but it's, yeah, maybe it's connected through Scientology. Maybe it is, Annabelle, because that was what came out there. So, I'm sorry if this is too much for people. You know, this is just what goes on my head on a daily basis, and it's you know, I just feel like spirit are showing us the truth, okay, rather than listening to people telling us the truth. Spirit are showing us it, and I know that things are shown a lot, you know, but it's like kind of look deeper. Yeah, Ricky Gervais pulled them up on their behavior last year at the Golden Globes. Yeah, he was great, you know, absolutely great. But yeah, there's something to do. This could be a awards ceremony. It could be something like that, okay? But I feel there could also be it's something like this person's money is going to be taken and given to the good, like given to like kind of freedom, you know, freedom fighters, or not freedom fighters, like it's almost like this blood money in some way is going to be used in a place of good, if that makes sense. If that makes sense there. So yeah, it's almost like that which has been taken from the wrong place. A bit like Robin Hood, you know, like Robin Hood, you know, he stole from the rich to give to the poor. It's kind of that attitude I'm feeling connected to this person. But I feel a lot of lives will be, you know, a lot of illusions will be shattered. I mean, anything I'm saying, you know, honestly, it could be anybody, you know, they're not giving me who it is at all. Oh, thank you for that, Renee. But I don't feel that anything that I was coming up with here, this is new information, okay? This is all new information that I feel. So it's going to be where we're shocked, not where there's been rumors, where it's actually like a, you know, wow, whoa, I would never have thought that. Okay, so this is what I feel with it. But it's like I say, it's somebody who's, you know, who really, it's a household celebrity. So it's like who grandparents and who kids are like, you know, it's something like this, okay? And yeah, yeah, I mean, God, these cards are even dark here, and I'm sorry, I hate that card. Can you see that card? What an ugly card it is. You know, it really gives no, I feel it's a male. It's a male here, but it's also going to be a male who actually spills the beans kind of thing. Right, so I've got Robin Hood, and now I'm getting Jack and the Beanstalk. So I don't know. It's like no, it's a male. It's definitely a male energy. It's a man. Okay, definitely a man. But there's going to be somebody, and it's almost like they go on a hunch. Okay, this is wow. This is amazing. And it's somebody that's kept this to themselves because they needed to have enough kind of evidence. And then when they share it, boom, this is it, you know. And it's almost like, yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at them two cards that I've ended on. I've ended on the Devil, you know, the power, the control, and then I've ended on the Ten of Cups, happiness, contentment, safety, and emotional contentment. Okay, so that's the two battles that we're fighting. They're the two energies that are coming around there, you know. So yeah, whatever happens in June, it's gonna go down probably in all the magazines and stuff like that as the shock of the century, but it's in a good way as well, because it's like I say, things are coming out in the open. So I've only got a little bit of July, but I'll ask the cards again as well and see if they can give me more with this. I thought I'd finish July's. Right, so July, here we go again. It's like, here we go, buckle up. When two tribes go to war, a point is all that you can score. Okay, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, relax song. Don't give up. That is almost an order. That's what they said to me. Don't give up. Many of us will be feeling tired. Our goal of a better world could be like taking one step forward, two steps back while walking on a tightrope. It's hard to hold out hope under uncertain circumstances, yet this is what we must. Russia is going to be of importance in July, and also France. Importance or of prominence, okay? Battleships could be in waters where they're not meant to be as well, but I don't see this as being bad, okay? This is it. I'm not saying anything. I'm going to go further into it because that is all that I wrote. I really thought I'd finish doing that one, but I wasn't going to get up to July anyway, but this is just a double whammy. So July, right, okay. Please give me more information on July. Oh. I hate it when they all come out like that. Right, sorry about this. Right, okay. Right, please, July, please give me some clarity on July. The why. Because, yeah, whatever's happening, there's a reason why for it. Right, okay. Right, so whatever happens in July, this is an opportunity. We're going to be focused on that, but this is an opportunity for something new. Could be something to do with finances, okay? It's almost whatever is happening in July, please don't fight it, okay? Please don't fight it. I feel July is a retreat for all of us. Please retreat back. Like I say, it's almost like we're going forward, and then something good is happening, and then something bad is happening again, or you know, there's no good and bad, but something that is rocking us again, and we feel like we're going backwards. We're not, okay? We have progressed a little bit, so it's just like, right, okay, time to rest now. You know, almost like, you know, when they do intermittent fasting or that HIIT workouts, you know, where you do a little bit and then stop, and then a little bit and then stop, but it's actually more powerful than charging full ahead. So this is what we've got to do. We've got to practice patience in July, okay? Definitely patience. There is somebody who I feel could be a leader of sorts. Again, I'm being shown ships and boats for July. But there's somebody who is quite unwavering, somebody who is they don't take no shit, okay? I don't know if this is Putin. I don't know. I'm not feeling his energy there, but it possibly could be if you're looking at this. But it's almost like I feel what we thought was going to be a big battle could actually turn out to be a big ally, okay? It's almost a coming together here that I'm seeing, rather than, you know, changes in the way that we've worked together. What could have been our enemy comes in to be our kind of friend. There might be a lot of worry around it, but I feel it's going it's coming from a place of love eventually, okay? So it's almost like there's a freedom within this, okay? It could be that we're fighting for freedom. Now, this is strange. I read a meme the other day, and it said that it was something like, if what's happening in America wasn't happening in America, then America would be actually invading that country to stop them doing what America's doing. You know, and I thought that was quite funny. This is exactly what I'm seeing for July. So I feel there could be somebody else, another country coming in saying to, you know, I feel this is a lot to do with America and England. That's where I'm focusing on. Turning around going, look, you can't go on like this. This is what we're going to do. So it's almost like that we become the object of other people's peace, kind of fighting for peace. You know, like how the UN and stuff like that used to go into places to make peace. It's almost that could happen to us from another country. It's going to be quite surprising, but I actually really, really like it. So that makes so much sense there. When two tribes go to war, a point is all that you can score. So it's not about war, this. It's like, right, how can we come together to help and to liberate rather than actually destroy? Okay, so wow, that's interesting, that one. Very interesting. Right, so yeah, it's two completely different places that are actually seeing eye to eye, okay? Yeah, because an eye for an eye leaves everyone blind, but when we see eye to eye, that's when we can actually form a bridge between that. You know, when not, God, they show me some bizarre pictures here. Yeah, so it's when we're seeing, you know, eye to eye, that's when we have the same vision, okay? And this is what I feel. I feel there's going to be a choice to go in a way that is actually going to go down in the history books. I feel it really, really is. It's something that is going to heal the past in some way. And it's something that's really going to, wow, this is beautiful. I'm really seeing this. It might take a little bit of getting used to, but it's, yeah, this is like, you know, how do we stop the fight? How do we just focus on security and wealth now as well? I feel this could have something. There's also something in July with cryptocurrency as well. Definitely something coming in there, but there's talk about it. I hope it's not regulated, but I feel it could be in some way. But it's almost like, yeah, there's something new coming. There could be like a new cryptocurrency actually come, or a new way of being that is going to help us in some way. Now, this is weird what they're showing me. You know, like, do you ever go to like Tesco's and you get the Tesco points, you know, so you can get all your points and then you get money off things. It's almost something like that, where if you're spending on that, you're going to get back, but it's almost going to get back to make our lives better in some way. It's not like it's going to be, yeah, like the more you spend, the more you kind of save in some way. You know what I'm looking at here? This would not surprise me. This is the bizarrest picture, and I'm not saying that this is happening. What I'm seeing is that, that this would be absolutely amazing if this was happening. It's like we get all the world leaders together, right, round a campfire, give them all some magic mushrooms, do a little bit drumming and going, right, okay, how can we heal the world? Let everybody start dancing and stuff like that, you know, and then sit and actually see, you know, what comes out with that, because it's almost like I'm seeing here what was lemons is going to be made lemonade. Okay, that's what I get with this, but in such a beautiful way. I feel in July, Mother Nature is fighting back, okay? It's almost like she's ready to give birth to this new world, and she wants to make sure that the environment that she is giving birth in is clean and loving and respectful. I'm getting goose pimples right the way down my back there. I am being shown a golden gate. I don't know why I'm being shown that. I don't think it's to do with the bridge, but I'm being shown there a golden gate, and it's almost like when we walk through that, it's like Golden City. I don't want to say Golden City. It's bizarre, but it's like walking into utopia, walking into nirvana, walking into this beautiful, like, oh wow, look at this place, you know. So I really feel that is July, midpoint of the year. That is a big transition for us. Okay, we're going in the right direction. This is it, you know. And it's like, it is almost like this celebration of like, wow, you know, we done it. And I feel, so I'm going to round up for the 6 month now and then see what people are saying. So I feel that, yeah, I mean, you know, look, the main card that we have is the Star. Hope, healing, you know, a new world, fixing that which is broken, replenishment, you know, vulnerability leading to strength, and being guided, you know, to a better way, navigating our way through the dark. So what I feel this year from doing them readings is that our faith is going to be tested, but it's going to be strengthened. That is our lifeline, our faith. That is where we can't lose our faith, if that makes sense. We need to have it. We need to have it strengthened as well. So, right, okay, I'm going to have a look at what people are saying. And then if anybody has any questions about anything, I've got my cards there. I've got a little bit time. I'm going to have a cigarette while I'm reading these, and, you know, I can, right, Tanya, how are you doing this? Because this is what I do, Lee. This is what I do. I've read for you before, you know. Right. Maybe we will rejoin the EU. I hope so, Hillary. You know, it's I was singing that song the other day. It's you, it's always you. You know, the EU song. Because I class myself as European. I don't class myself as British at the moment. I really don't. I'm European, and that's how I'm staying. When will lockdown end? I can look at that, but I did feel round about May that it feels a bit freer. You haven't the demons hurt me. Yeah, but it's if you welcome the demons in, you know, if you welcome the demons in, Lee, you know, you've got to be careful. You've got to be careful, darling. But I'm keeping this as a collective, a high energy thing and that as well. Okay, so we can talk another time for that. Yeah, I was thinking earlier that, you know, Live Aid would be a good music festival name. Lemonade. Lemonade, yeah, it would, wouldn't it? May we be released, yeah. Right, okay, so when will... I mean, I feel with this lockdown, okay, I was sitting talking to a friend yesterday, and I don't know if I've been unlucky or lucky. So I was in Ibiza, we had full-on heavy lockdown there. And then I came here, and then, you know, we have full-on heavy lockdown here. So basically, for the last 10 months, I've been on full lockdown for 7 of it, which is quite bizarre. But when I look back at the work that I've done on myself during that time, and the time that I have to complete other work, it's actually very, very beneficial. So I feel once we stop resisting it and start to see how it can help us, you know, then that is when it becomes easier. And rather than saying we're locked down, it's like we're safe in our house, you know, this is it, you know, we're being given, we can watch Netflix when we want, we can do all of this, you know, so changing the look of it as well, you know, changing how we talk about it. You know, because whether we agree with why it's happening or not, I don't, you know, I don't believe all of this, but it's how the world is. So it's like, do I just resist it, get myself into wound up? Or do I kind of go, well, you know what, this is the environment now at the moment. I'm going to just enjoy it and see how I can make the best of it, Am I taking appointments for readings? Not at this moment in time. I will open them up possibly mid-January, but again, only for a couple of weeks. I'm really changing the way I'm working, and this has been guided. It's been guided for quite a time. I've resisted it so much, but I'm getting the call too much to do it. It's like this is where I need to go. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be working on kind of, how do I say this? I'm going to be working on a level where it's like working with me. Okay. It's like, do you want to be able to get to a place where this guidance that I give you there comes naturally? We'll be working with spirit, working with your story as well, and how to transmute that. Okay. So it's going to be quite intense. It's not going to be open for everybody. It's going to be people that are ready to do that. I cannot put any more energy into, things that just keep coming back all the time. It's like, if you're ready for it, then, I am ready to take you down them dark paths. I will hold your hand, I will hold you in my heart, and I will hold that space for you at all times. But this is where I'm kind of going. So my readings, I'm still going to carry on with these. But I feel within the next couple of months, doing personal readings where I do the predictions and stuff like that, like hour-long ones, it's almost like they're going to be a bit obsolete. I still want to do them, but I'm being really pushed in a different direction with my work. So like I say, I'm busy working on it at the moment. I'm hoping it'll be around about March, April time when I am launching that. But if anybody is interested in working with me, please drop me either an email or a message on Instagram, and I can put them all to one side and contact you when the time is ready. I want to do this to the best of my ability, so I am really investing a lot into myself to be able to do this. It's not where I thought I was going, but this is where they're pushing me to, So it's quite exciting, it's quite exciting, but it's almost like, if I'm not doing it, then I'm robbing people of the ability to change their lives, not just change for a week or change for an hour after a reading to go, right, okay, these are the tools. These are the tools I've used. These are the tools spirits have given me. It's been quite interesting because I'm going a lot into my past. I'm having to, to really uncover it and almost see what map I was given there as well. So there is nothing that I will teach or tell in this that I haven't done myself, So this is really, really walking my talk. And like I say, we all have our own stories. So this is going to be on a personal level with people, So I'm like, oh, can I not just do readings? That's so much easier, And life's not about easy. So, right, okay. So I'm asking, what was I asking? I was asking, readings, I give a lot of energy out with readings, and because of that, I can't do as many readings as I want to, and with the readings, there's people that want them that take this little bit. There's people that watch these videos, okay, and I wasn't going to mention this, but I'm going to. There's people that watch these videos not for the reasons of getting the messages. This is why I'm here, okay? They watch these videos to tap into my energy. And I've said, please, can you stop it? Please, will you not? I don't like it, and they're like, no, I'm going to do it. And, that is a thing as well. That is not cool for me. It's not, if you're watching these, it's for the messages, It's not just to tap into my energy or see what's going on in my life. That isn't cool at all. And I'm at a point now where it's, I think it's weird. I think it's creepy. And I just think it's downright like, come on, man. Is it really, am I that, kind of interesting? Because I don't think I am. So, there's stuff like this. And, when I'm doing these readings, I'm having to protect at all times and do this and do that and do, and that just takes up a lot of my energy that I could be using to enable people and empower people to live better lives. Okay. So, this is kind of what I'm being shown and why I have to do this. This is why I keep thinking, should I make this like a membership one, where it's like 99 cents a video or something like that, it's not for the money that can actually, they're taking the time to do that, rather than just actually coming in and, tapping into my energy. I know when it happens, straight away. And like I say, there's people that admit it as well. It's bizarre. So yeah, it's all, because I'm just sick of it, like the nice Tanya, like, yeah, that's gone now. It's like, if you're not in my life now, if you are not actively in my phone where I can phone you, whenever I want and have a conversation or whatever, then you're not in my life. There is a reason why you are not in my life. Okay. And this is the thing. I will love people with all of my heart, but I also don't love them with all of my heart when I make that cut off as well. And this is it, if you're not actively within the first 10 numbers on my phone, then, like basically there's, it's that's it. The door's shut. So, right. Sorry about that. Right. Okay. You know what? That's really funny, because I'd said the other day, because I've got this real thing on at the minute within my fifth house, within like kind of me taking control in my relationships and stuff. And there's a current relationship at the minute that I've done exactly the same in, and it's amazing. It's really, really worked. But there's also, I was talking about this and I was like, it's just downright fucking weird, it's like really creepy. And I said, I'm going to do a video. My daughter and my friend were like, oh, don't, Tanya, have some grace. And I was like, right, because I was going to come on and name it and because I just don't like it. But it's funny how this has come round to where I've actually ended up doing it again, so it's like, yeah, but this is it. It's like, hi, spirit. Right. So what was I asking there? Tanya, I love you so much. You fucking think I'm a bastard. I don't think you're a bastard at all, Lee. I don't think you're a bastard at all. I've helped you at times when you really needed help, but I can give energy when I can. Other times I can't, so it's, that's how it is. Right. See you later, Magic. Enjoy Tesco. Right. Okay. So I was asking about the lockdown, wasn't I? When was that going to finish? Yeah, I feel March to May. That's what I feel. I'm going to check with this. What a long way you've come, Tanya, when you used to sit on the floor in your house in Newcastle. Yeah, because that was where the lighting was better. And then now wherever I am, the lighting's always terrible. Can you remember the time when the dogs jumped on me when I was babysitting the dogs? One of the dogs died the other day. It was so bad. No, you're not a challenge. I like a challenge, Lee, but when it's stuff, if you're not taking the advice, then, I cannot help. I cannot help with that. Right, so it's a card just, and right, that's all the attention I'm going to give you as well at this moment, okay, because I'm here and I'm working. So, right, okay, so when is the COVID over? You know what? I've been listening to that song. It's the original, not the Fatboy Slim one. It's on my phone, but I can't look because it's on there. But yeah, the Praise You. It's fantastic, Okay, so when is this COVID thing stopping? When is this lockdown stopping? Right, I feel kind of March and May, right? The M's are coming. Oh, thank you, Siri. I love what you're wearing and the long hair. Yeah, it's long, isn't it? I just noticed that the other day. Right, okay, so I feel March and May are going to be important, so there could be things lifted then. But I feel it's still going to be around about July, okay? But right, hold on. I'm not. I know this is going to feel bad. I feel it's going to be next February before it's kind of everything is not back to normal, but I feel that it's going to be next February. So 2022, 222. That's kind of when I feel it's not kind of the threat that they're saying it is. Okay, this is when the thing's going to die down. But I do feel March, May, and July are going to be, things are going to be the restrictions are going to be lifted a little bit. Is the vaccine safe? If you're asking my personal opinion on that, I wouldn't be having it. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. However, I didn't get vaccines myself, and I didn't get my daughter vaccines for very good reasons. There was somebody that my parents knew very well, a child that was given vaccines and spent the rest of their life severely mentally and physically disabled. So I was never given them. But I'm also of the point where, I very rarely take tablets. If I have a bad head, I won't take a painkiller or stuff like that, so is it safe? I feel usually it's about 10 to 15 years, isn't it, that they work on doing a vaccine. This one is all quite new. I'm pulling some cards on it, so I'll see what the cards are saying here about it, because like I say, this isn't for me to say. I don't want to in any way sway anybody. I will not come on here and go, no, don't take it, blah, blah, blah. What I would say is approach with caution. Feel if you feel it's safe. If you're asking that, then ask yourself, why are you asking that? Okay. So that was the card that I got. Is the vaccine safe? I feel this is something being presented to us, but it's the page. Remember, it's not the king. A page has to go through the knight and has to go through the king, okay, in order to become powerful. There's a page. Now, I mean, they could even look like needles, couldn't they? So something is being presented here, okay, prevented. They were saying there with my words. Something is being presented for something to be prevented, okay? Then we have the Seven of Cups. Look out for illusions, okay? Look at what's real and look at what's not real. Because the Seven of Cups always says to you that not everything is as it seems, okay? So it asks you to question, it asks you to look at all options to prove what is real and what isn't. It's a sign of illusions, often the Seven of Cups, okay? And then we have the Three of Swords, okay, which the Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak and, pain, and not a nice card, okay? So if I was asking, is that safe? And them were the cards that were given within it, it would be draw your own conclusion. If I was teaching you all tarot now, it would be looking at that and see what story is that telling you, okay? So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. That's like on what is it, Forrest Gump, isn't it? That's all I have to say about that. And like I say, I never make these videos my personal opinions. I try to be with the cards and stuff like that all of the time, but I do try to give guidance, and I feel we are all safer than what we're led to believe as well. Okay. So, right, okay, that's it. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody want me to ask anything with the cards while I'm here? Because I'm quite, I'm still quite energetic there. Anybody? I always find this really bizarre when I say to people, can you, has anybody got any questions? And then nobody has. It's like, come on, man. I like doing these. I like using the tarot. I like using the tarot as investigative tool, like being a detective. You wonder where you are. I'm in Zakynthos, Syria. I got here the end of September, and then we pretty much went on to lockdown. So I'm in a little house on the edge of a cliff by myself, miles away from anywhere, overlooking the sea, and it's beautiful. But I miss you, and I miss Ibiza, and I miss a lot of things. But so I'm basically here. I'm in hermit mode, full on hermit mode. Right. Right. I don't want to be doing these. Sorry. I should have specified that. I really don't want to be doing kind of, hello, Annie Joy. I don't know why your energy always makes me laugh. That's my mum's sister that's come on there. I don't really want to be doing personal ones. I'll quickly look at them because I didn't say, and then I'll look. But yeah, how's Egypt, Syria? Because like I say, I think I'm leaving in March, and I don't know where I'm going yet. So, right, okay, so, right. I'm trying to not get political with these, okay? Does Trump prevail? In what way does he prevail? It's been proven now that he's lost the election. It's like I say, I'm not for censorship. I don't believe in censorship unless there is risk for other people. Same with my readings. My readings are 100% confidential when I work with somebody, unless I feel that somebody else is at risk because of that person, or if that person is at risk, then I have a duty to inform, and that is, I'm very, very ethical with my readings, but that is when I can do that. And I feel that the censorship has, yes, it's jumping on the bandwagon, but it was because it was getting dangerous. Whether his intentions are dangerous or not, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying how his message was taken was dangerous, okay? And if you watch the beginning of this video, I do not condone violence, fighting, or anything. So if you say, does he prevail? In what way? He has half of the world thinking he's the Messiah and the other half thinking he's the devil, and I read energy and I read cards and I get shown things, and I think he is a very good businessman, and I think he needs help as well in some way, because I feel there's a lot of damage there. So that's as much as I can say with that. Right, okay. Where's the saying hello? Why are you so hot when it's freezing here? Because I have the little fire on, I think, and whenever I connect to spirit, I either go hot or cold. Yeah, I mean, I think what we've got to look at is, anybody, and not just him, anybody in the public eye, right? Are they coming from a place of love? Are they compassionate? Are they encouraging people to be in peace? Are they encouraging people to be in unity? Are they actually, if you look at their history, has it been where this person has been a person who has always stood up on the right side of love? If we say, and I know a lot of people don't like him, but look at the likes of Jeremy Corbyn in England. That guy has a track record of being there for the underdog. He doesn't lose his temper. He calls for peace at all times. That to me is what a true leader should be like. It doesn't matter how much money they've got or what, this person should be about the people. Okay. And when there is ego there is no soul. There cannot be. So this is what I'm saying. When you look at people that are in power, are they coming from the heart or are they coming from the head? Look at his birth chart. So much fucking Gemini in it. It's unbelievable. This is not coming from a heart place. And that is what actually, that is where I follow, Let's have a speak soon, Syria. Give me a call. Give me a call when you're free one day and we can catch up. Yeah. The ego is not your amigo. And if you watch tomorrow's, because I'm going to do about the Capricorn moon, right? Which I will probably be focusing on that as well. True strength, true masculine strength does not come from domination. It comes from being strong enough to show compassion and protection, okay? That is true masculine strength. It does not come from the need to dominate, the need to be in control, and the need to be worshipped. It doesn't come from that. That is coming from a lack. So like I say, that's as much as I say, right? Sorry. Always get on these. Right. Okay. So what am I asking? What was I asking? I've lost it. I'm fascinated with the Sugar Man story. Tell us more. Sugar Man. When did I mention Sugar Man? Did I mention Sugar Man? I don't know. Yeah, I will remind them, Siren. Every month I will put the post out, what I wrote, I will put that on my social media. But I really, to be honest, I wanted to do them today and I was told to do them today because I thought if things start happening and then I go on next month and go, oh yeah, well, I said that. It's almost like get it out there, get people aware of what's coming, Is there any particular time for coming into union this year with Soul Group to begin spiritual work through Aegis Aquarius? I think we've already started to do that, Spirit. I think that started a few years ago, so yeah, it's going to be, the more we start to embody this love base, this not going in fear, this need to be right, this actually, when we start to embody our soul and what our soul knows, that is when it brings them closer together. So it's almost like the second we step out of our soul guidance and go into our ego guidance, they step further back, so it's almost like it's segregated, come together. So it's like we have to embody at all times our true spiritual self. When we do that, that's when we are shining our brightest, and that's when they know how to find us and we know how to find them. It will all happen organically. We cannot force it. We cannot try and make it happen, because the more we try and make it happen, the more we're going into our head and we're going into our ego. So what that does is it pushes them further away, so it's almost this state of surrender. I am open to my soul group coming in, I am open to that. I just found out yesterday, just by chance, with this thing Spirit said, a synchronicity, that somebody who's been my friend for a long time, somebody who I love dearly, was like, right, okay. I knew we always got on, but because we don't have a spiritual friendship where we delve into stuff like this, I'd never looked at it. And when I looked at it yesterday, it was like, shit, man, that makes so much sense. Why we're friends. Now I know what we're meant to do together in some way as well. So that was interesting. So yeah, it's almost like, whoever is coming to you is not going to miss you. The only way they're going to miss you or you're late is by not being in your true self of who you're meant to be, So it's weird because we're spiritual beings having this human experience, but it's asking us to have this spiritual self on this human earth and get out of this ego, So it's quite interesting how things are. And like I say, everything's changing here. Right. Oh, somebody's just come in there because I've just got a real pain. right in my chest there. Oh, wow. Do you think the world will have a spiritual awakening due to COVID? Yes, I think it has. And I think it will continue. But just some people don't realize yet. It's like, when somebody wakes you up and you've got the covers and go, no, give me 10 more minutes. And you kind of go back to sleep. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. But wow, yeah, somebody's came in there. I'm really feeling that. God, I hate this. This is what I was talking about. Sounds like a beautiful, peaceful place to be locked down. It does, but it's like I say, the solitude is, it's been tough as well. But because I'm watching my chart and saying, right, what am I meant to be going through? Then when anything's happening, then I'm kind of going into it. I'm surrendering to it, and it's, the healings are coming quicker and faster now as well with it. Feel we're experiencing something bigger than we've ever experienced. Totally, we are, and this is how we don't know, and we've got to realize that we don't know as well. That's it. We don't know. It's like this new spaceship being built, and go and drive it. You can drive a car. It's like, well, I don't know how to. This is what life's like at the minute. How often and when do you do these live readings, and how can I find this info, please, so that I don't miss them? I do a full moon and a new moon, like twice a month, sorry. That's another thing I want to say as well. Could you all check that you're subscribed? Because a lot of my subscribers have been being deleted without their knowledge, and a lot of them are not getting the notifications as well, all to do with the crazy spiritual warfare that's going on. But yeah, if you check and make sure that you're subscribed, because it's all going Pete Dog, a whole lot. I spent an awful lot of time in solitude, so it would be nice to connect more. Yeah, you appreciate it more as well, but I also appreciate how much time I use to distract as well, rather than going in. Any visitors? There may be a visitor. I have, but it's not every day. Yeah, you haven't been getting notifications. Yeah, they've been getting rid of my subscribers, people that follow me and stuff. It's not just me. It's happening to a lot of spiritual sites and stuff like that. So please check that you're still subscribed and that you have the bell on. Will the world change to Bitcoin? I feel there was something there in Bitcoin it was saying, but I feel there's going to be another one as well, another one that's going to be important. Right, okay. Somebody asked the question there. Interesting. And like I say, I see tarot a lot of times as more prescription than prediction. Somebody asked, can you ask about the metal monoliths appearing everywhere? Right, so when I'm looking at this, whether they've been put there or not, okay, I believe the intent is what we look at with this. I feel the intent is from the stars, okay? This is what I'm getting here. And I feel it is representing the yin-yang, the masculine, the feminine, the what needs to be blended and what needs to be merged in order for this world to become gold again. They're showing me a golden heart. I don't know why they're showing me a golden heart. But it's almost like bringing this back to how it was meant to be. Right, okay, that's really strange when I went like that. Right, the journey that I'd done in December, when I had got a lot of information within it, I was shown, I haven't put this out there, but I was shown and told the reason we put our hands together like that in prayer is to represent the feminine energy and the masculine energy coming together, and that is when love can be amplified, kind of thing. So if this one comes in love, that one comes in love, you come together, boom, it's like a love bomb kind of thing happens. And this is what they were showing me when I asked there about the monoliths. So I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if it's the same as what you're picking up or something, but it's something to represent this unity in some way. That's kind of where it is. Yeah, but it's definitely to do with something astrological. I haven't looked that much into it, but maybe look at the astrology of the places, the astrocartography of the places where they've been, and see if there's any link with that. Because I do feel there will be more. It's almost, I don't know how many's been out, but I feel there could be 10. There could be 10 that will show up as well. Right. Okay. So I'm just going to pull a couple of cards for this week, because like I say, tomorrow I'm going to come on and I'm going to do the video for the new moon. Yeah, I mean, you know, all of this Bill Gates stuff and that, I'm just so over it. You know, I'm so over all these. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm not saying he's a good guy, but what I'm saying is like, it's just, I'm hearing the same stuff all again, you know. It's like, this is, you know, we've had a year of it now. So it's like, right, when are we going to start doing the work and actually getting into our hearts and emitting that which takes us out of our hearts, you know, because this is, if we're missing the point, if that doesn't happen, you know. So it's like I say, it's not that I'm not informed. I've read everything I need to. I have my own views on stuff. And now it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, first of all, I would say, if you're going to get the vaccine, look into it. You want to get it? Get it. That's it. Fine. You know, if you're scared of COVID, absolutely great. Do what you can to keep away from it. You know, it's almost like this is, everybody's hanging on to something else and becoming a repeater, where it's like, this is asking us to go into our soul. What does our soul know? What does our soul tell us? What does our heart tell us as well? You know, that's it. Rather than just repeating this stuff, because when people are repeating, it's like Chinese whispers. There might be an element of truth in it, but where is the source coming from? Because there are so many sources out there at this moment that are coming with a dark intent. Okay? So by carrying that on and carrying that on, that is actually not spreading love. It's spreading more fear and it's spreading more darkness. And this is what I feel within the spiritual community at the moment, you know, is very, very dangerous. There is so much false light there, okay? And it's not the people that are saying it. It's where is it coming from? Because it's I'm going to stop now, because this is what I feel is very dangerous, okay? And me getting annoyed like this is taking me straight out of love, which is exactly what it's meant to do, okay? So everybody has their own beliefs. But like I say, we've had a year of listening to all this, you know, and it hasn't done us any good. So why don't we start getting in love, and why don't we start actually promoting peace? You know, seeing what we're going to do after this, really thinking about, you know, where we can put our energies, where they can actually be proactive and progressive, rather than, you know, actually lowering the vibration and doing what kind of people, you know, what the intent is with that as well, you know, because this is it. I work on energy and I see it a lot of times. I see energy and where it goes, you know. So yeah, this is it. It's not about, you know, arguing about these people who, to be honest, couldn't care shit about you. That's the thing, you know. As I've said before, it's false gods and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm sorry that I got aerated a little bit there, but it is something I feel very, very strongly about. Okay, I've seen it, I've witnessed it, how dangerous this can be. And like I say, I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm not for Donald Trump. I'm not for Bill Gates. I'm not for any of them. Do you know what I mean? If anybody wants to run the world, put Keanu Reeves in. Do you know what I mean? Because he would do it. Okay. And like I say, all of this, you know, this fucking QAnon shit, it's absolutely, it's just, it's ridiculous. You know, it's not progressive. It's not. And, I don't spend, what have I been on there? I don't spend all this time sitting trying to give guidance, to then kind of be like, for my energy to be lowered again. This is not the site. Go on. There's plenty of other sites, if that's where you want to go. But to me, that is not helping. Look, it's heavy, man. It's getting heavy. We want to lighten the load. We don't want to add to it. What we need to do is start dreaming this beautiful new world into being. That's what we need to do. If our heads are focused on all the bad in the world and all the negative in the world, we can never get to make this dream a reality, because all we do is straight away they penetrate our thoughts, and this is where we become paralyzed with fear. We need to get out in nature. We need to be patient. We need to focus on healing the world and healing ourselves. And that is where the full truth is. This is what Gemini's asking us to get to, the full truth. And this is where we will have a solid foundation in order to have a better world. Okay. But it's like I say, it's rest, give it a rest, because there's, right. That's it. I'm done. We're moving into different worlds. Whoa. Right. Okay. Somebody didn't like that. Right. Whoa. Right. Okay. Right. So I'm sorry about that. Okay. I'm sorry but you know what? I'm passionate. I'm passionate about people. I'm passionate about people living the lives that they want to do. This is why I do this. This is why I do this work. This is why I put myself out there to get energetically attacked and stuff like that, because I believe that it's about the message, and I believe, like I say, what am I meant to do? Who am I? I'm love. What am I meant to do? Be of service. So that's it. Be of service. But then if you see somebody putting everything that you've put all nice and then somebody knocking it down, it's going to piss you off a little bit, It's, as I've said, look at everything and say, is this coming from love? Is this segregating me from other people? Is this putting other people and myself in fear? If it is, then it's not coming from love. Okay, and this is what we need to get back to. And the longer it takes us to do it, the longer it is before we're going to see this change, So it's like, come on, it's this is what it's about. So, right. I'm done in now. And it's very easy. And I'm not saying, but these people are clever. Okay. These people are clever. They know what they're doing. They do. There's so much subliminal stuff, and everybody's thinking that they're on the right side. There is no sides. There is a one love. There is a unity. There is us in the middle, all the same. Okay, all feeling the same, all coming from this place of love. And that is where we've got to get back to, And it's like I say, if it's not love, then I don't want to know, and I don't dress love up in all of these pretty bows and something like that. It's not a fucking Hallmark card. That is not love, Love is when you're caring about the other person, when you understand with compassion, when you see that other person is you, when you don't segregate or anything like that, when you come from that place of deep within your heart, okay, and know that everybody is as important as everybody else. Okay, and that does not mean violence. It does not mean inciting violence. When we fight for love, we love for love. That's how we do it. That is what our weapon is. And that is our shield. We don't have weapons in love. We just love, we have our heart. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for getting like this, but I'm frustrated. I see it every single day, and it's like, come on, man. We're not stupid. We need to look and say, is this coming from a loving place? You know, is this a place that I would put my newborn child, my brand new, most precious thing in the world? Would I put it in that place? Because I think it's safe. If you wouldn't, then it's not love. Okay? So, right. You feel your... Yeah, but this is very, you know, this is the old Piscean age, and we're going into the age of Aquarius. You know, and it's like, it's, you know, it's not going to be an easy transition because things are going to change. And I'm trying to guide people the best that I can. And there's other people out there trying to guide people the best that I can, you know. And then it's like I say, when you come up like this, and then it's like, oh God, I'm out of love now, man. You know, then you think, is it worth it? And this is one of the reasons why I said I'm going to be changing the way I work. And it's going to be on a client coaching basis, you know, like on a long-term thing, because, you know, this is stopping me from doing what I'm meant to be doing, you know. So people get ready. That's how they've just said there. People get ready, you know. We've got to get on that love train, man. We've got to get on that love train. And just when I say that, I'm going to try and get it. I hope I don't click off here, because I'm going to put this on for, I can't put it on Instagram, so sorry. But I'm going to, I don't have a playlist for people, and there was all of the songs that, I'm just copying the link. Right. It was all of the songs that I've been given of Spirit over the last couple of months when I've been working. So I put a playlist together. It's called Remember Love. It's in the order that they all came out in. And whoa, it really, really boosts your vibe. I put it on every morning now. I put it on. I dance around while I'm making breakfast and, you know, all of that. Please remember love. It came from Spirit, you know, and it made me realize that God is a DJ, because honestly, what a set list it is. There's some old songs, and it's really interesting. A lot of them are old disco songs. But yeah, thank you for the music. No bother. This is what you need. There's the link. Share it with your friends. Share it around everybody. Okay? It is absolutely, the second one is like my mantra at the moment. But, you know, please share it. Listen to it. Every single one has a different message to what you think that song means. And when you listen to it now, I'm sure you'll get it. Okay? So that's what I'm signing off with. There you go. There's some music. Listen to it. Let me know what you think. And please stay in love and spread the love, not fear. Okay? Because spreading fear, that is worse than the virus, you know, whatever that is. Okay, so yeah, let's all catch love instead of anything else, because, you know, happiness and harmony feels so much better than, you know, antagonistic, and yeah, I can't be bothered with it. So thank you so much for everybody that's been here. Like I say, it wasn't planned, but I think it's gone all right. So yeah, I'm sending so much love to you all. If you think people want to hear this, please share it. Like I say, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you've hit the like button and the notification button as well. Yeah, just, you know, we're going to get through this. It's going to be different, but, you know, we've got guidance coming through, and this guidance is to stay grounded. Okay, so I'm sending you, all of you, so much love. Okay, sat now.